came up that fucking quick.
That's a good, nice little, hey, what'd you say his name over there?
Go, go, go.
Go, go, go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to that motherfucker. Hey, I'm gonna go to that motherfucker when I finish this. Gotta warn the people. Hey, y'all good? All right, good evening. How y'all doing? Y'all know who this is. This your boy, Rob Thomas Jr. And this here's the real news behind news. Oh yeah, I'm gonna wait for a few minutes to see if we're gonna get anybody to join us. I know it's kind of late, y'all. I'm just getting off work, but I'm gonna honor my word and go live for a few minutes. Depending on how many people come in, I'm real tired. I'll end it real early, but if I see that we get some subscribers to come in, I'll go as long as you all keep those comments coming. Please keep those comments coming, because y'all know that's the most important part. That's the most important part of any video that I do. You all's comments that keeps me engaged. Also, when you come in, please leave your comments. Leave a comment. Leave that. Hit that like button. You know, give us that thumb up. You know, if you like the content that I be giving. Also, make sure that you're subscribed, and not only that you're subscribed, but make sure that you get the notification, that they give you the notification whenever we do these live videos. I programmed this video earlier for 10:30. I'm glad I did make it home in time to do it, but we're gonna wait just a few minutes to see if we can get a couple people come in. So y'all just hold on a second. Let me check out a few things real quick. All right, let's see. Right as of right now, we've been on 2 minutes. We got one person. To the person who just joined in on the video, hey, how's it going? Hey, leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching it from. And please, while you're here, hit that like. Oh, I see that one person left. They must was not trying to hear this. But I got some good information for them today, nephew. With some information.
This is the crowd that came up on it.
This
is the crowd that came up on that quick video.
Yeah. Did they post it yet?
Yeah, it's on there.
On there, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I'm finna go straight to that motherfucker, man. I'm finna go straight to that mother. Hold on, let me reply to Spence real quick. I know.
I 45 cents for that 2 cents.
I wouldn't bet. If I give me, they give me
well,
$1.
That's the money, you know. That's...
If they give me $1, I wouldn't bet the whole thing. Didn't show up, so I couldn't start that project. Okay, I apologize, you all. You let it go. I'm gonna go ahead and do this video. That means I won't be long unless somebody join in. But on this video here, I want to talk about something that I posted a video earlier today. Things are getting crazy, y'all, in this world now. And I talked about that video earlier today. I'm just go ahead and rehash that, and we're gonna go ahead and end this video. But in the video I uploaded earlier today, I was telling you all how last week the United States came out and said that they were going to allow Ukraine to use the weapons, the offensive weapons. Now, there's a difference between defensive weapons and offensive weapons. Defensive weapons are like air defense systems, weapons that the Ukrainians can use to repel a Russian advance attack, or weapons that they can use to shoot airplanes out the sky, meaning that these weapons are basically literally for defensive purposes. But over the last few months, the United States has been sending more and more offensive weapons to Russia. Now, Russia put up a red line, and y'all got to realize, unlike the United States, when Russia said this is a red line, they're not kidding. Hence, what we saw these last few days. In these last few days, once the United States told the Ukraine that, yeah, you can go ahead and use the weapons, offensive weapons that we are sending you all to attack Russia inside of Russia, Russia say, okay, you have just crossed that red line. And guess what they did, y'all? Russia sent a fleet of warships to Cuba, to the Havana harbor. And you can rest assured, there were some things most likely on that ship, on some of those ships that the United States don't want to deal with. Do y'all realize that now you have most likely Russian weapons in Cuba, which is only 90 miles away from the coast of Florida, meaning that Russia could hit everything in the Gulf Coast area down here in Louisiana where I'm at, or all up the northern seaboard, the northeastern seaboard. Yes, we have entered one of the most dangerous times in world history. Just going back like what, 50, 60 some years ago, we had the Cuban Missile Crisis, where Russia thought the United States was trying to move closer. Thought NATO and the United States were trying to move closer to their borders to put these offensive weapons in what was at that time part of Russia. It was part of the Soviet Union. You got to realize when the Soviet Union dismantled and broke up, that's when Ukraine became a nation. There was no such thing really as Ukraine. It was Ukraine has pretty much always been part of Russia. Now Russia, in response to the United States sending those weapons to Ukraine and now allowing them to use those weapons to strike Russia, Russia basically went back to Cuba and say, we're gonna put these missiles right here. So you got to realize nobody in the world right now likes the United States. Do y'all realize what's going on? Our economy here is crashing. We have lost the supremacy of the dollar. A lot of us putting our hopes and stuff in these 401ks and retirement funds and all that, which is good to invest in your future. But what happens when the economy crashes in America? What happens when the entire world outside of Europe drops the dollar, which is what they're doing, which is what's called which is what the BRICS coalition is doing. One reason why everybody is dropping the dollar is because the United States weaponized the dollar by putting sanctions on people, basically telling them, if you don't do what we want you to do, we're going to stop your business. You won't be able to spend another dollar. Nobody, we'll seize what money you got. Because right now, France and the United States just came up with a plan to seize over $200 billion from Russia. Just take their money. They seized it. Russia had a lot of Russian organizations had businesses, had money in foreign banks. And what the United States and France is doing now, they confiscated that money. They put a siege on it early in the war with Ukraine. And now they're going to take that money. They say they're going to take it to give it to the Ukraine. But that's not really what's going to happen. They're going to give some of that money to the Ukraine, but you can rest sure most of that money is going to go to the politicians. See, that's what's been happening with a lot of that money, y'all. It's nothing but a money laundering scheme. We as American taxpayers are paying taxes. They're taking our money and they're sending it, saying they're sending it to Ukraine. But by the time the money gets to the Ukraine, I mean, the most corrupt government in Europe, Ukraine, think about it, we sending hundreds of billions of dollars to the most corrupt government in Europe. You think them folks are actually taking most of that money? You all realize it just came out with a report, even mainstream media came out with a report last week saying that we gave so many hundreds of millions to Ukraine for defensive fortifications, and not one has been built in 3 years. So the Ukrainians are basically money laundering this money. They taking the money, y'all, and once they get the money, they divvy it up between themselves and then buy a few weapons. But really, they taking the money, but they and keeping it for themselves. But they're using the weapons now to strike Russia inside of Russia. Now, the key point is, they had 3 strikes inside of Russia. I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. And those 2 strikes, 2 weapons, 2 offensive weapons struck Russian early warning system, 2 early warning systems. Now, you know the significance of that. The early warning systems are systems designed to let a country know that there's incoming missiles. And why that's so important to Russia? What if the United States gives Ukraine a nuclear tipped offensive weapon, and if Ukraine is striking Russia's if they're striking Russia's early warning system, that handicaps Russia, and that's another red line that the United States crossed. That's again another reason why Russia has sent warships to Cuba. Y'all might think it's just for a show. No, it's not for a show. It is literally, on, y'all. It is literally 3 minutes to midnight on the doomsday clock. Yeah, the United States, for some reason, and again, I alluded to this earlier, one of the main reasons the United States is pushing this is because they try to do this global reset, because they know that the days of United States hegemony is over, meaning that the United States no longer can threaten the rest of the world. Let me ask you a question. Why would you threaten China, India, Russia, the people who make all the goods that we buy here in America? Think about it. We don't make nothing in America no more except a few cars. Remember, there used to be a time where you could walk through your house and you see a TV made by Philips. You know, you see a refrigerator made by Whirlpool. You notice you see nothing in your home pretty much now that's made in America. All our goods are purchased from China. Now, guess what? If Russia gets into a heated war with America, guess who all we got to fight, y'all? We got to fight China. We got to fight North Korea. Do y'all realize the Russians just gave the North Koreans some ballistic missiles that can strike anywhere in the United States? Do y'all realize that Russia has a submarine fleet off the east and west coast in the oceans, the Atlantic on the east coast, the Pacific on the west? Do y'all realize that this thing has escalated to the point where the only way that we won't see World War III if the United States and Europe run like cowards, run like dogs with their tail between their legs? But that, you know, the United States ain't gonna do that, because then that'll show the rest of the world how weak the United States really is. See, the United States thought it was just threats, that they could just threaten Russia and Russia was gonna roll over. The United States thought that they could do just like they did in Iraq, like they're doing in Syria, like they did in Afghanistan, like they did in Libya when they killed Gaddafi. You see what I'm saying? The United States actually thought that they could bully Russia. How you gonna bully a nuclear power? You can't bully a nuclear power. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, that's not possible. You see, Iraq, they went in there and just rolled over Iraq because we was overwhelmingly more powerful than them due to our weapons arsenal. But pretty much, Russia got missiles that we can't defend against. Believe it or not, Russia, China, now North Korea, they got hypersonic missiles. We have yet to test successfully a hypersonic missile. Russia got hypersonic missiles that we cannot shoot down because they don't fly in a direct pattern. These things are traveling at 10 times the speed of sound, and guess what? They zigzag. They go up, they go down. So a radar cannot target them and hit them, first of all, because they're coming in too fast. So we're at a crucial point, you all. You know, we're at a very, very crucial point in world history. Now, I noticed I did this kind of late, so what I'm gonna do tomorrow, before me and my son and I go over to the other house, I'm gonna come back with part 2 of this video. I thank the people who have watched the videos, who have liked them, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this because I'm tired, and you all get the gist. And we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. We're gonna talk about the possible mistrial for Donald Trump. There was some fuckery going on. Y'all see how Young Thug that was being railroaded, and now they're gonna have to declare a mistrial. There's a lot of stuff we could talk about the crookedness of the United States justice system, you know. But anyway, y'all, I thank y'all for being here with me for these 15 minutes. Y'all stay tuned. I'll come back probably about 7 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time in the morning, and I'm gonna go ahead and put up the notification. I'll catch y'all when y'all going to work. I know a lot of y'all, especially if you're on the East Coast, you're getting ready to go to bed. You know what I'm saying? Because you all an hour ahead of us. And if you're on the West Coast, y'all probably still maybe just now getting off work or, you know, just now sitting down to dinner. But I know we got 2 people here. The 2 people here that's still here, can y'all leave a comment to let me know where y'all watching from? For my personal edification, I like to know what part of the country, because when I be looking at my analytics, I see, man, believe it or not, I have just as many people overseas watching this channel. And that's another reason why I'm going to get back to doing this channel consistently. If y'all notice, I have been very somewhat consistent over the last 2 weeks, because I feel that it's my duty to bring y'all the real news behind the news. So until in the morning, y'all, like I said, I just got off work. I'm tired, but I had to honor my commitment to do this video so that I can build up the consistency, so that you all can build up trust in what I do. And if you want to support me, man, like I said, you can look down at the bottom. You can support us financially. You can support us by sharing this channel. You can support us by telling your family, your friends, and maybe 6 niggas that live up the street from you about this dude, Rob Thomas Jr., who's bringing you the real news behind the news. So until tomorrow, man, remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you get your notifications. Share these videos. Oh, man, I might have to go a few minutes. I'm seeing that people will start. But see, that's what's happening. A lot of people are telling me that they're not getting the notifications. You know, I remember when I first started doing this, man, at one point I had almost 10,000 subscribers. You know, they took me back down to 950. And it took me almost a year and a half to get it back to 1,000. So I'm the guy that they don't want you to hear on social media. They don't want you to hear these things that I'm telling you, because they really want you entertained. They want you, just again, like I always say, it's just like the Romans at the fall of the Roman Empire. What they were doing, the Roman government, the Senate, they knew that their economy, that their kingdom had come to an end. So they were fearing the people. So what they did, they created the games in the Colosseum. That's when they started feeding the Christians to the lions. That's when they started having the gladiator fights. And as long as people, I forget which Roman politician or emperor, I don't know if it was an emperor or just one member of the Roman Senate, said, as long as they're entertained, they won't even worry about how hungry they are. As long as we show them all this gore and all this violence and this entertainment, the people won't worry that our kingdom is falling. Shortly after the games, that's when the Roman Empire fell, because economically they became corrupt. They became bankrupt financially. This is what's happening to the United States. You got to realize, even if you read the Bible, you're a Bible believing person, you got to realize that what we live in here in the West, from Western Europe to the United States, is the revised Roman Empire. Think about it. Your whole political system is set up on what happened in Rome, the Senate, and all that. So yeah, I thank y'all for coming in. I see we got a couple people coming in, but I'm kind of tired, you all, and I know you all is late. So y'all tune in the morning. Oh man, people steadily coming in now, so I might have to go a few minutes. But you all that missed it, please leave your comments. Let me know where you're watching this from. I'll stay for a few more minutes, man, but I really need to get in and get showered up. But we're talking about the situation that's escalating. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear this subject, but you better pay attention, because guess what? Within the next 2 to 3 months, I guarantee you, pretty much half of America are going to be listening to people like me that talk about these things, because I'm not telling you some conspiracy theories. I study these things on a daily basis. From my time in the military, I saw how these foreign wars are nothing but rackets and scams. All this all about, man. Who's that? Anthony, I think it was Blinken, the Secretary of State, actually came out and say it was what's that senator name? The one that's always God dang, I can't think of his name, but he basically told us this weekend, Raz Cash, just checking in from West Palm Beach, Florida. Thanks, Raz Cash. Hey, man, thank you for the support. I see we got more people coming in. And again, what's that? Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham really basically gave the whole game away this weekend. I think we're gonna face the nation or something. When you say the real objective, it's really because why are we so interested in Ukraine? What it really is, it's not about Russian dominance. It's about the minerals. It's about the resources. Y'all gotta realize Ukraine is number 2 in the world as far as producing fertilizer for the entire world. Guess who's number 1? Russia. Ukraine has more wheat coming out of Ukraine that feeds half of the entire world. Ukraine has a lot of lithium and other precious minerals and resources that the United States really want. But most importantly, they want to bully Russia. They really thought that they can get rid of Vladimir Putin, overthrow that country, put in a puppet, and steal all the Russian gas. Russia supplied more gas to anybody on the planet. That's why they blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. They did not want Russia sending that gas, that cheap gas, to Germany. They blew up that pipeline to Germany. Now, guess what? Germany has to deindustrialize because now they was just say maybe getting natural gas from Russia to power their plants and shit like that, or to power their economy. Maybe just say $1 a gallon or metric or however you do natural gas. But they were getting from now, they got to get it from the United States. They got to get shipped all the way from the United States to Europe to Germany. And then now they're paying 20 times what they were paying in Russia. So now, if you look at, notice this, a lot of your car companies, a lot of your major German Siemens, all these major corporations, they're having to leave Germany right now because they cannot afford natural gas from the United States since the United States blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. The United States, again, knows that their time of hegemony has ended. It's over with. Y'all realize Saudi Arabia just dropped the petrodollar. That is the most important part of our economy. Basically, with the petrodollar after World War II, when they created Saudi Arabia, you got to realize the United States created Saudi Arabia. And part of the plan was that with all that oil and gas that comes out the ground in Saudi Arabia, or no matter where it came from on this planet, it had to be sold on the market for the United States dollar. That day is over. With the BRICS coalition, y'all study the BRICS coalition. You got Brazil, Russia, Iran, China, and BRICS, and Brazil, Russia, Iran, China. This is one more major country, but all these countries have come together. The majority of the world no longer keeps dollars. No, the majority of the world now are trading in their own currency. So the United States has to go around and bully people by putting sanctions on them, which is another reason why these people do not want to do business with the United States. Because if you are a world leader and you want to do what's best for your country, and you say, well, no, we're going to drop the petrol, or we ain't going to let you all put a military base in our country, the United States will put sanctions on you, meaning they will freeze your dollars and they will freeze your ability. They will threaten any other country. This is what the sanctions do. They'll threaten you. They'll put a sanction on you and tell anybody, if you do business with Russia, we're going to sanction your country. Basically, we'll confiscate your money. We will make it hard for you to do. You won't be able to do business in dollars. So guess what the rest of the world say? Fuck the dollar. If that's the case, we don't want to be blackmailed into starving our people to death. Why would I keep doing business for your dollar when I got my own currency? Do y'all realize the sanctions didn't work on Russia? They did not work on Russia. Actually, right now, Russia got the second highest gross national product, GDP. I mean, gross domestic product, whatever, you know what I'm saying, GDP on the planet. They did not hurt Russia. But anyway, I've been going for almost 30 minutes, y'all, man. I just, again, had to honor my word. I'm going to see y'all in the morning. Until then, man, I hope y'all have a wonderfully blessed and prosperous night.